touch this. You can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. Hammer time.
Welcome to this week's episode of Talking Footy. I'm your host Sean. With me again, like the perennial wingman he is, my man Dan.
Thanks for that. Mate, last week there was only a handful of games to watch, so the wrap will be short and sweet. Mate, we've got the Roosters got back in the winner's circle by beating Canterbury there. Benji Marshall-inspired Tigers beat the Raiders. Raiders were playing terrible, but good on the Tigers there. South Sydney juggernaut rolled over the Eels like everyone expected there. The Gold Coast Titans outlasted an Origin ravaged Melbourne. And finally on Wednesday night there was a popular victory for the Sunshine State.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kevin Rudd actually won the caucus vote and he's on UPM once more. Yes.
In another news, Queensland level the series 1-1.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is true.
Yes.
New South Wales were beaten on Wednesday night to send the Origin series to a decider. Now, I'm not going to make any excuses. New South Wales were out-enthused, out-muscled and just generally outplayed over the 80 minutes. But there definitely were some rubbish decisions from all year 10 Shane Hayne. That led to Queensland having 83% possession in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, give any team enough quality ball like that and they'll hurt you, and Queensland rightly did.
Yeah. Mate, talking points coming out of the game. Darius Boyd taking his try tally to 12. He has run a combined 7 metres for all of those tries. The Billy Slater law, man, I'll bang on about that later, coming into effect once more. This time he elbows the bloke there in the face, Mitchell Pearce there, drawing blood but still walks away without a charge. Rubbish. Nathan Merritt proved why Cinderella stories should be kept in the Disney films and why he hasn't been selected for the past 8 years. Terrible defence like you cracked on about before. And Brent Tate becoming the first person to be sin-binned for headbutting a fist.
I love it.
Great stuff.
Beautiful. Mate, on that last point, how pathetic was the decision to send not one, but 4 blokes to the sin bin for what could be best described as a piss weak fight?
Yep.
Trent Merrin threw a couple, Brent Tate copped a couple, Mr. Innocent, Justin Hodges...
Still these ones.
Yeah,
Looking at the ref as he's...
threw a couple of sneaky ones while he had the chance, and Greg Bird running to stop the fight. Mate, couldn't believe it. Bird and Tate, they both deserve to be filthy. Merrin deserves his one week suspension, and Justin Hodges deserves a couple of sneaky ones himself.
Mate, former players have come out slamming the new one punch edict of being disgraceful and embarrassing. And Greg Bird put it best, mate, if I knew I was going to be sent off, I would have thrown a couple of punches. Jonathan Thurston put it the worst when he described Merrin's punch as a king hit. Mate, Danny Williams on Mark O'Neill, now that was a king hit. Have a look.
Oh, that was pathetic.
Yeah.
That was dirty.
That's poor.
Anyway, officials have to wake up and realise that mums and dads have been watching the game for 105 years in Australia now. Now they've had the option to play soccer or rugby or tiddlywinks ever since then. Okay?
Points.
And yeah, that whole time, kids have still been turning out for their clubs on the weekend no matter how many punch-ons during the week.
That's
Like, it doesn't detract from the game.
Yep.
Dumbasses. No, yeah, we've had enough of this, so let's move on to our favourite segment of the show. Yours too. Who's shit house and who's shit hot?
Mate, shithouse. Billy Slater, what the fuck? Mate, every single other NRL player in the comp gets a rest if they elbow blokes in the face, but not this guy.
Yeah.
Now, has he got family on the judiciary? Is he banging Daniel Anderson's daughter or son? Is he blackmailing the referees by exposing their weekly plug and tug at Hollywood's house? Who knows? Beats me, but it's disgusting to watch, right? Now, I'm finding...
Billy Slater's elbow, the referee's plug and tug.
I'm finding it a little hard to find shit from form this week, but I guess I'll throw it to big Tom Burgess for, doing as good or perhaps even better than his suspended twin George over the Eels last weekend. He looked exactly like George. You would have been right in being mistaken that it could have been just George pretending to be Tom. It's like, I'm Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I'm here. I'm Mr. Burgess.
Yes.
Which one are you? Which one are you looking for?
Mate, who have you got?
Mate, shithouse this week. I was going to go with the people who've banned or fined Ricky Stewart, but I'm actually over that already. I'm pissed off with the bye. After a year, I get excited about two teams. The Panthers and the bye. They're the perennial underdogs. And they really, really, really need to lift their game because not once have they won a game yet. Every week the 2 points goes to the other team. Pissed me off, and I can't believe the coach of the bye hasn't got the sack yet. Seriously, he's protected species, that bloke. Moving on. Mate, shit hot is the form of the Maroon lock Corey Parker.
Can't argue with that.
Mate, the super coach powerhouse was unstoppable on Wednesday night. Really played well. I mean, he took his form from Brisbane and he kept going. He kept it up on the State of Origin. He's like a fine wine. Seems to be maturing well with age. In fact, every game he plays, I think, is actually better than the game before. And you even saw he made so many metres on Wednesday night. Maybe it's about time someone remembers you can tackle him around the legs.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, whatever. Now is time where we turn on the flux capacitor, go to 88 and shoot back in time in reminiscing. Dan, do you remember the Gold Coast Chargers?
Mate, do I ever. The precursor to the Titans were a rabble of a team, which graced our field in the late 90s there. Even with players like Preston Campbell, Martin Bella, Jamie Goddard, Graham McKay and even Scotty Sattler, Kevin Hussain. They only managed to make the finals once and were one of the first teams to be kicked out of the NRL.
Yes.
Now, not even their major sponsor, Chandler's, still exists. And however, they will be remembered forever as the team with the most confusing colour scheme of purple, yellow, grey and aqua. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Mate, don't forget the worst mascot ever, Captain Charger. Poor form. Well, now's the time for our hot topic. Dan, he's got something to get off his chest, and it's not that forest of hair there.
Hey, you're just jealous, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Mate, we all love Origin. It's definitely the pinnacle of our game and should rightfully take priority with players and coaches alike. But to have a fair system cracking in the league games, we need a standalone round of Origin, I reckon, and to have either no bye rounds at all or have across-the-board bye rounds where nobody plays, or even those bye rounds could be the Origin rounds or whatever, you know. So just so it's level pegging for players. What's the point of having a salary cap when half your money is out for the most important part of the season, like right in the guts of the season, having a couple of games off because they're playing a different game, you know what I mean? But it just seems like the most important part of the season could be a little bit more organised, that's all. I mean, your thoughts, mate?
Well, I'm about to disagree with you there.
That's alright.
I think it's the only system that does work. We tried Origin on a standalone weekend in 2001 and it came back to lacklustre response from both the fans, players and officials alike. Plus, every team does need to get their break during the year. This is the halfway point of the year. You've got to be able to spread it out, give the blokes a rest because they've been battering their bodies for the first 13, 14 weeks of the year. Every chance to give their leg weary, a bit of a rest.
Sure.
And in regards to Origin players not being available for their clubs, that's just another opportunity for a young bloke to step up. Put his foot in the door, grab his chance, with both hands. Yep. He might not normally get that unless it's for injury. Now, if we had a real reserve grade competition, which I've been harping on about for a while, there would be plenty of depth to be able to fill in come Origin time. Yeah. I say it's fine, and to all the naysayers out there, I just say shut up and enjoy the game.
You shut up.
Time for our tips of the week. Dan, where should the punters be laying down for their cash this week?
Mate, I know you've tipped on myself as well, but I can't get past the Panthers at home to beat the Steelers, mate. They're just, at home, they're playing better than away there, and the Steelers aren't, I don't know, they're sort of all over the shop at the moment, so I reckon they're going to come through. And I've also got Parramatta to have a ripper this week.
Oh, really? Bounce back?
Yeah, no, they've got the bye, so...
Oh no, I've just been talking up the bye.
Well, the bye might have the first win of the ever in the history of the club.
With the golden point. Well, mate, there's not too many times you'll see me putting cash down on my own team, but as you said, I am tipping the Panthers at home against the Steelers. The biggest reason for me, Penrith have actually named what I think has been their best team all year, and Trent Merrin's missing now. He adds a lot of go forward for that team. A lot of go forward, not a second phase play. So without him, they're going to be struggling. So that's who I say is going to win. That brings this episode to a close. This show is brought to you by Josh Services for all your security needs, and also the eBay store Phillips 79. All footage you see on this show is thanks to his wonderful library.
Hey, don't forget to like our Facebook page and go to www.talkingfooty.com for all your footballing, tipping and other needs. Don't forget to vote for the retro jersey competition. It's still cracking along at the moment. And get into it. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys.
Cheers.
And that's the end of that chapter.